Hello and welcome to another episode of the Play on Ultra podcast. This is episode 30 and the last episode of 2015. Woohoo!
Holy crap.
We've been doing this for like what? 6 months? Since June. June 9th
Since
was when
June.
we went live. Fucking hell.
Wow.
6 months.
Time goes by.
Takes a lot of effort. So yeah, thank you guys for your effort this year. And let's hope next year we get more listeners and stuff like that.
Do
Hopefully,
something big for our birthday.
yeah. Hopefully, in the start of episodes, we can say Squarespace or stuff like
Brought
that.
to you by Konami.
So yeah, this episode is the last episode of the year, and it's gonna be a retrospective of 2015 episode. What games we enjoy playing, what games we did not enjoy playing, and shit like that. So yeah. Oh, just wanted to start off by saying there is one thing I regretted actually. Technically, it's not this year, but something happened in this year to remind me of it. So, you guys heard of the latest PlayStation experience, right?
Yes.
No.
So it's like a Sony press conference where
Okay.
they
Okay.
yeah, so they showed off like a bunch of games and trailers and shit. So one of the announcements is Ni no Kuni 2.
Oh, okay.
So it's a JRPG. The first one came out for the PlayStation 3, and it's a joint collaboration. Ni no Kuni was a joint collaboration between Level 5, the guys who made like Professor Layton, Yokai Watch,
Cool.
and Studio Ghibli.
Oh.
Yeah,
Studio
so,
Ghibli are like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So the animations, if anything, the animations and shit will be fucking cool. So I actually have that for the PS3. I delayed playing it for some fucking reason, and now my PS3 is broken and I can't play it anymore.
Oh
So
no.
I'm very bummed about that. And I saw Ni no Kuni 2, so which I think is a PS4 exclusive. That should be. The Japanese love their
probably is.
exclusives, yeah,
Yeah.
especially on the PlayStations.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ni no Kuni. Hopefully I can get the PS3 fixed one day.
What
I
did you
think-
do to it?
I think it's a problem with I had it for 5 to 6 years and playing it for every day. I think that's why. I think it's a
Okay.
problem with its what is that gel in in between like the heatsink and the
Oh,
I think it's a heatsink problem. It
The
just turns off
conductive
like
gel?
after a minute or something.
That like grayish conductive stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
Could be that, or maybe just the heatsink is busted. I'm not sure. So yeah.
Not solder. Yeah, no.
So
cool.
what
So,
did you guys do in 2015?
I think it would be easier to start with me considering I didn't play that many games. I only have like 7 games on my list, and that's good and bad. So let's start with the good, shall we? Let's start with the good. You know, why not? So one of my favorite games of the year is Minecraft Story Mode. Minecraft Story Mode is in contendership for my favorite Telltale game. I just really that's a pretty brash statement because The Wolf Among Us was pretty fucking good, but Minecraft really drew me in. Even playing it in a Let's Play with Fo, it was really cool to see the game play out, and it's not all out yet, but as as far as now, I'm really impressed with the game. Most of my games are going to pretty much be adventure games because that's me. After today, Life is Strange is definitely going to be one of my games of the year. I think it's really that good. It just does so much to capture what a lot of games have forgotten to do in recent memory. In the fact that so many, especially AAA, are especially going for this. So many games are forgetting to include gripping narrative and interesting characters and character arcs in favor of pretty skyboxes and same old game mechanics, with little tweaks and gimmicks that no one actually asked for. I want to see a game that a AAA game that shows really good storytelling, experience. Like, you remember Bioshock 1?
Oh yeah, I love that
Oh,
game.
how good was that? The narrative in that game was so good.
Yeah.
And although Infinite tried its best, it just became a bit of a clusterfuck. So, in recent memory, AAA have been dropping the ball on the story front, like real bad. I can't remember a AAA game in recent memory that I've really liked for its story. The last AAA game I remember that I really liked was Spec Ops: The Line, and that was 2 years ago, maybe. So yeah, Life is Strange is a true testament to how storytelling can be done, and can still make a really good game without all the unnecessary bullshit that AAA developers seem to think is so fucking necessary. Fallout 4 is, for me, is a standout for this year. Now, I will prerequisite it by saying that if this was in a better year, it would maybe make the top 5. This year hasn't been all that good for AAA gaming. Really? This year's been actually really fucking poor for AAA gaming, actually thinking about it. But Fallout 4's pretty fucking
Looking
good.
at you, Battlefront.
I actually don't agree. I really don't agree. Yeah, I had so much fun playing Battlefront.
Well, fun is one thing, but being disappointed because a lot of stuff is not there is another, I think.
Such as?
The thing that you always clamor about. Campaign. You
I'm not
always
s-
want that. Don't tell me now for some reason.
I'd like to have it, but it was marketed as a multiplayer experience, and it does it well. I will shit on EA for a lot of things, but I will not shit on them for
Is the
delivering
stupid
what
OP
they say.
sniper still there?
What the one that, yeah, but in fairness, it's not OP. It has like 20-second cooldown on it or something like that. I mean, it's not like Counter-Strike where an instant kill can change around. You just respawn 5 seconds later, so I don't really think it's overpowered. But Battlefront, I will shit on EA for a lot of things, but I will not shit on EA for delivering what they said they would deliver, which is a fun multiplayer experience. Comparing it to the old ones, obviously it's not going to be as good. Just time shows that. It's never as good as the old ones when put in the hands of a AAA developer. But it did well. I had so much fun. And this was in beta. I had tons of fun in beta. I've played a bit of the proper game as well. And it's, if not more, fun. I don't think it's one of the best games of the year, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying it's a good game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it. So I really don't agree, personally. For all of the shit I have given Witcher 3, it is one of the standouts for the year. Again, I think if it was in a better year, it wouldn't have done so well. But it does show a lot of... it does show a grasp on getting certain things right. In terms of, like you said, the quest, the linking of the quest structure is really good. But then again, RPGs never really interested me. But it made sense to me. It was really, really kind of cool. The world building was exceptional. It was A class. It was really that good. The only big problem I had was the protagonist. I thought he was an unlikable douchebag. So that kind of took me out of the game a bit.
I don't mind if it's in the same context as the universe that he's in, though.
But I don't think it is.
Why not?
I think Geralt
You
is...
realize it's books, right? It's not a universe they created. It's
Oh, no,
it's
know.
adapted from a book.
That doesn't make it good. Just because it's adapted from a book.
I'm saying it's... I don't think the criticism regarding The Witcher 3's main character is valid because it makes sense in the universe.
Doesn't make it good, though. That's my point. All because it makes sense doesn't make it good.
Well,
Geralt,
I prefer context-related stuff compared to just
you can
playing
do
a
you can
good
do
guy.
both.
No, wait. What's the criticism again? You don't like him because he's a douchebag, right?
Geralt, this is why I don't like Geralt. Geralt is unlikable for many reasons. His dialogue is crap. He's bland.
Voice acting? You mean?
No, just his dialogue. The things that is scripted for him to say isn't very gripping and isn't very good. He's bland. He's one of the blandest protagonists I've seen in a while. He's just that.
Because he has no emotions.
But how many? I've seen tons of protagonists in the past that have shown no emotion, but yet have still managed to pass as really good protagonists.
The thing is, whatever you're saying, I'm not really understanding it actually.
He's not likable. I don't like when I play Geralt. I don't want to play as Geralt. I want the developers to replace him with a character I actually like, with a character I like playing, and I think is not just an unfun character to play. I just don't think he's very likable. Now that's just me. Maybe you disagree. Okay, but I don't find him very likable. I just think he's the archetypal, bland, gritty, odd man, and he's just got no. And he just doesn't really have a lot of character. Ironically, considering he's the main character, everyone around him has more character than he does, which is a disturbing thought.
Well, sometimes I'm okay with that.
Why though? That's why. The protagonist is meant to be the most interesting person in the game.
I don't mind supporting characters to be interesting.
Neither do I, but there shouldn't be more, especially substantially more interesting than the protagonist. That shouldn't happen. Of course you need likable and gripping supporting characters. You need that. But in no point should they be infinitely more likable than the protagonist. That shouldn't happen.
I disagree.
But you're playing as this character. You're playing as him. You need to be able to like him and relate to him.
I have no problems with the guy.
I don't know.
If Geralt died halfway through the game and got replaced with an entirely new character, it'd be a bullshit choice to make in terms of the story, but it really wouldn't bother me that much. Because I just don't like him. I really don't. No, he does nothing to make me want to play as him.
And the reason why I bring up the context stuff is I think you're comparing him to characters in other universes, which is a bit difficult to do.
I'm not at all.
Then what's your point of reference, though?
I've already said, what? I don't like him, Shaw. I don't like him.
Is it because he's a sex fiend idiot?
No,
asshole?
he's just got no character. He's got no character to him. He's got no defining characteristics.
And the lack of emotions does help that, right?
But they do it in a bad way. They just make him bland.
Him not having emotions makes it difficult to like him, right?
No, the way they portray him as having no emotions makes him bland. He just has no character to him. You need some type of emotion, or else how can you relate to a character who has no emotion? It's not possible.
It's actually
people love
based
Spock
on the universe.
and Data.
That's true.
Spock had character though.
But not emotion. You don't need emotion is the point.
Spock had some sense of emotion, especially when he was drawing Pong Far. Yeah, he showed
and just to be clear,
the best example.
The reason why Geralt doesn't have emotions is not because he's trying to be a badass. It's because
not saying that's why.
Yeah, it's because of the mutations that he had to go through to become a Witcher. It strips him of his emotions. That's the reason why.
Don't care. Still doesn't make it any more good. It doesn't make it any better.
I don't see.
I want to be able to like the character I play as.
The thing is, I'm trying to think of what kind of character can fit in the Witcher universe, and I can't really see.
All because he's become a Witcher doesn't necessarily mean. I mean, I get that's the way they've wrote it. I don't like the way they've wrote it though. I don't think he has to be this bland, characterless character, with no defining characteristics. There's no reason to want to root for him or for him not to die. They give you no reason to do that. He's just kind of boring. I think that a character that a dark, gritty character that shows great, character. I hate to say that word over and over again, but is the main protagonist of Thief. Very dark, gritty game. Dark, gritty character, fun fun as hell to play as. Obviously, it's not going to work directly copy pasting into the game, but I'm saying there are ways of working around dark and gritty without
He's a
being
funny guy, right? He makes sarcastic jokes, does he?
Yeah,
Thief.
that's his character.
Actually,
yes.
I can see that working in Witcher. Actually,
Yeah,
I can.
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. But the problem is with them putting in the storyline that becoming a Witcher makes you emotionless, it also makes it impossible to relate to him. How can you relate to someone who doesn't have emotion? You can't. You need to be able to feel the emotion with them.
I think the only reason why you don't like it and I do is because we look for different things in our video games. I think.
Absolutely, and that's
Yeah,
you know.
because I'm totally fine not relating to the character.
You see, I live and die by stories in games, so
yeah,
that doesn't.
and I think that's why you're bigger on adventure games, like heavy story. Like I like my story games, but probably not as much as you do.
For me, I like story-driven games. I like games with concise narrative that have character arcs. Geralt has no arc. He starts as the same guy as he ends with.
And I think that's why video games is a pretty awesome medium because there's just so many different types of things for everyone, right?
But that's why
compared to like a movie where if it's
Yeah.
a bland character, you just would.
This is why, for me, Witcher, that's my problem with The Witcher. I understand that other people won't have that problem, and I respect that. But I just don't like him. But then again, like I said, the game did a lot right.
The quest
Do I
structure, man, is so good.
Do I think it deserves Game of the Year? No. Does that really matter? No. But Witcher, one of the standout games of the year, nonetheless. I'm actually struggling to think of games if I played them this year or last year. I was going to say Far Cry 4, and then I realised it came out last year.
It's fine if you played it this year. It's fine if you like it this year.
Yeah,
It's-
Far Cry 4, I put it off for a bit because I'd only just finished Far Cry 3 by the time 4 came out. So I was like, I'll leave it for a bit. But I really liked Far Cry 4. It was a great game.
Did you like it more than 3? No, right?
No. It felt a bit too much like 3 at times.
Just felt like the same thing over and over.
Yeah. Like the whole point, the greatest thing about Far Cry 3 was Voss. You know, the antagonist.
He's kind of short-lived though.
No, I wouldn't say short-lived. He is in for most of the game. Hoyt's the one who's short-lived. He's only in for a few missions. Voss is in for the most of the game. I will say that they shouldn't have replaced him. Voss should have been the final boss.
Yeah.
Because he was incredible. But then basically what they did with the antagonist in 4 is just copy-paste Voss into 4, give him a different hairstyle, and that's basically what they did. In fact, one of my favourite parts of Far Cry 3, and I think FPS should do this more, is it never leaves the first-person perspective throughout the entire game. There's not a single point in the game that you are not in first person.
That's a nice.
Every cutscene.
I wanted to look for the name of the Far Cry 4 villain, so I typed in Far Cry 4 villain. First option was name. Second one was gay. He's gay?
No, he looks like. If you look at him, look at the cover of Fallout 4.
Again,
He's flamboyant.
He's
Yeah.
very camp. He's very camp.
Yeah.
But
Pagan Min is his name.
but yeah, you never leave the first person perspective, which I think is an incredibly strong mechanic to use, because you feel like you're him. You're looking through his eyes the entire time. You only ever see his face when you're in a reflection or things like that. It really makes you feel like you're playing the game as him, which I really, really liked. And last but not least, you all know it was coming. My game of the year is Dream 4 Chapters. That's it for me. I will have no arguments about this. This is, for me, that is the game of the year by far for me. I know that it came out in November last year, but
Yeah.
considering it stretched into 2015, late 2015, I think it's fair. I think it's the game of the year. But obviously, it will never get a Game of the Year award from any publication, purely because of the position it's in. But this is obviously coming from an adventure game fan, so I'm a bit biased. But if you want to pick a game and give it to a developer and say, this is how you tell a story, Dreamfall Chapters is how you do it. I don't think I've ever seen a game who tells a story as good as that game does. Never. I just can't wait for the last episode. I'm literally because every day I look for updates on the thing. I'm like, have they said anything? Because I know it's going to be 2 or 3 months down the line, but I'm like, I wonder if maybe something miracle happened and we're going to get it tomorrow, but no. But that is my game of the year for many reasons, too many reasons to go into in the time we have. Just mainly the world building is incredible. The characterization is great. The arcs are brilliant. Just the whole storytelling as a whole is great. There's not much bad I have to say about it. So yeah, I think I'm not going to include Counter-Strike and all that because why the fuck would I? But yeah, I think that might be it for me. I know that one game I wanted to play and didn't get a chance to play was Soma. I don't know why I never bought that, but I've been wanting to play Soma and just haven't got it yet.
Did you like Amnesia?
Yeah.
Loved Amnesia.
Okay.
I love horror games.
Did you play a Machine for Pigs?
Yeah, didn't like it as much as the first one,
No.
but it's still good. The one thing they did right in Machine for Pigs is take out the sanity meter. I don't like sanity meters in games. I don't like being told how sane I am at any.
I don't like having to worry about meters.
Yeah, but then on the other side of that, in Amnesia, you had when you had the same meter, you had to choose between staying in the dark,
right,
and not being seen, because if you ever look at the monster, your sanity goes down.
Right.
So you have to make a choice about staying in the light and maybe getting caught. And it actually obviously it makes no sense that you can gauge how sane you are, but it actually benefited the overall game. So maybe it was a good choice, maybe it wasn't. It's a bit hard to find a middle ground with that kind of thing.
I think the idea of making a force of antagonism that you're not supposed to look at is pretty awesome, because it means you can animate it kind of crappy and get away with it. It's like, you're not supposed to look at it anyway, you guys. Look away.
And also, Amnesia, there's 3 types of horror games, and I'm stealing from Yahtzee here because he made a great thing from here. There's the first one where a monster is in a dark room and he just shouts boo. Doom.
A jump scare monster?
Jump scare?
Yeah, kind of. But just like monsters that are just there in the dark and just being kind of scary. That's Doom.
Okay.
That's your Doom for you. Then you've got
Dark Souls.
Then you've got a game where a monster stands at the other side of a brightly lit room, walks towards you very slowly, and then hits you in the face. That's Dead Space. If you didn't know, that's the bad kind. And then you have the third kind, where you know something's there, but you don't know where it is, but you know it's there, and you don't want to look, and you don't want to look in case you die. And in case you didn't know, that's the good one. That's your Silent Hill 2, and your Amnesia, and your Alien Isolation.
Did you play Alien Isolation?
Yes, and I loved the fact that it picked up your mic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Geez.
So there was this dude on stream and he farted, and the mic picked it up, and the alien attacked him and killed him. That was
Died
incredible.
from a fart.
Yeah. So that's the good type of horror. Silent Hill 2 is one of my all-time favorite games. It's great game. Loved Silent Hill 2. What I liked about Silent Hill 2 is how it utilized its limitations. In terms of it knew it had shitty draw distance, so it used it to create ambience. Similar the way that Silent Hill 1 did it. It made it look like fog because they knew they had shitty draw distance, so they're like, oh, it's just fog. Fuck it, why not? But it actually added tons to the game. You felt trapped and claustrophobic and alone. It really, really did well. So yeah, Soma, and I think that's it. I played Rainbow Six Siege, but there's not really much to say about that game. It's a Counter-Strike ripoff. Her Story I wanted to play, but never did.
Oh, I really wanted that. I really want to play that.
I've heard it's pretty good. StarCraft 2 has to get a special mention for continuing to fight the good fight of the RTS that's slowly dying. I feel so sorry for StarCraft because it's such a fucking good game. StarCraft 2 is one of the only RTSs I've ever played that has a good single player.
Yes.
Like a genuinely good single player. Because, let's face it, notoriously, RTSs suck at making single players. But StarCraft 2 was really fucking good. So that needs a special mention for fighting the good fight and trying to keep a whole genre alive, which I appreciate. So I think that's it. That is it. I didn't get to play Arkham Knight because bullshit. Yes, I'm done, fellows. So that's it. Yeah, so like 6 games. There you go. That's what you're getting from me.
So yeah, who wants to talk video games?
I guess I'll go next. Well, this year, actually, there's a lot of games, and considering how I play also a lot on console, it makes the pile and load a lot bigger to look at. But the games that I really got excited for and really like to play, I really enjoyed Monster Hunter on the 3DS, Monster Hunter 4.
Which reminds me of something, actually. So,
What's that?
in the Game Awards, there was a category called Best Mobile Game, right? And when you say Best Mobile Game, you mean smartphone games, right?
Yeah, I do.
Generally, yes.
So I was reading the list, and I saw Monster Hunter, and I was thinking, are they referring to like a Monster Hunter mobile game from Japan that's not released in the US or something? And then I just found out that Best Mobile Game category mixes handheld and mobiles.
And it should be called handheld.
How the fuck is that the same thing?
That's fucking bullshit.
I mean, I guess handheld consoles are mobile.
Not
Yeah,
really,
they
though.
are. But when you think of mobile, you think of a phone.
Yeah, it's a fucking...
No, I totally agree. That's
Generally,
stupid.
That's so stupid.
Yes.
If they're gonna put them together called handheld, no.
Lara
Mobile
Croft
does
Go
not come-
won, by the way. Lara Croft Go is a better game than Monster Hunter
Lara Croft.
Go. It's a mobile game.
I know what game that is, and that
Yeah,
game
it's-
is
it's
not
like-
better than Monster Hunter
It's
4.
like Hitman Go. It's an okay game. I
Is
played
it a
Hitman Go
mobile
a bit.
version of Monster Hunter though?
I think there is Japan only, I believe.
It's not like Monster Hunter proper.
Probably not. I'm not
Probably
sure.
not. Just like a watered down thing, but yeah, Monster Hunter 4 for 3DS is a lot of fun. I played actually online a couple times with some friends, and it actually works really well. Difficulty, it's a hard game. It's a hard game. It's a Japanese game. What do you expect? But it's a lot of fun. If you like the kind of game where you grind and collect treasures and build stuff. So that's probably like my favorite 3DS game I probably played this year.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It came out this
Seriously.
year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did. And yeah, because I remember when I was trying to find it, I think I actually mentioned it in the podcast, like nowhere had it. Like no one had Monster Hunter 4. It was sold out everywhere. Until I went to like this last location, you had like 1 million copies there. I was like, oh, there they all are. But Splatoon for the Wii U. That game.
Better than Mario Maker?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's better than Mario Maker.
But
Mario
considering
Maker,
Mario Maker isn't a game,
it's not really a game.
it's a tool.
Yeah. I mean, if they had a nomination for best, I don't know, tooling software, maybe that would get it. But no, Splatoon, like it's nice to see Nintendo try something new.
And giving away free content, for fuck's sakes. Nintendo
Yeah,
gave-
free content. And they actually had like open beta weekends for the game. Whoever owned a Wii U could just jump in and just go, and they promoted it quite well. So, and you can get it now with Smash Brothers with a Wii U as a whole bundle. So that's a really good deal, like considering the game's like $70 by itself. So Splatoon is a lot of fun. I didn't play the single player because I mainly got it for the multiplayer.
What is part of the single player? Is it a campaign?
Yeah, it's a campaign. It's literally like just good guys versus bad guys kind of thing. I've
Even
watched
Splatoon has a fucking campaign.
Yeah, even Splatoon has a campaign, and I've never played it. I've watched people stream it and stuff, and whatever, it looks okay. I mean, it's a campaign, but the online is where it's at, and it's pretty. I find it's very balanced. I find when most shooters are usually launched, there's always one type of class that's just way too powerful. But no, it's good.
This one you don't choose classes, right? You choose the type of paint roller gun you want to use.
Yeah, you choose like, it's cool. You choose your weapon, and then your clothing adds a specific stat too, like so you can swim faster in ink or collect ink faster.
Oh,
or
are
take
all
more hits.
these unlocked right from the get-go, or
Nope, you get a couple of them, but as you play like multiplayer and you get money, and then you go to the store and just buy all these items whenever you want, and whatever order you want to.
Wait, is there microtransactions?
No,
Oh, wow!
there's no microtransactions. It's
Nintendo
all-
making all the right decisions with this game.
Yeah, this game was very generous. I mean, literally, they could have said "fuck you" and did a lot of things with it. I was afraid that there was going to be real life money involved, but no, it's definitely one of their better games this year. What else? What else did I enjoy?
Super Smash Bros.
Well,
Did you play that?
yes, I did, and I still like it. But you know what? It's just Smash Brothers. Like, I felt like I really liked Brawl the best. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I had probably more people to play it with. I play Smash Brothers Wii U with my friends like every once in a while, but when I played Brawl, it was like a lot more. But I do like the Wii U version. The online's still shit. I don't understand what's so fucking hard to make the online work.
Shit, in what way?
You can never
Find a match?
You'll get like one. No, you can find matches. You can't. You'll get like 1 in 10 stable connection matches. So like people lagging out, or you lagging out, or just people disconnecting. It still has issues, and I don't understand because I know PlayStation All Stars wasn't that bad, and that's a last gen console. So,
Well, yeah, the Wii U is like stuck in the middle, right?
yeah, it's a weird hybrid type thing. It's like mid generation of last and this generation. H1Z1. I know people hate it, but I love it. I think it's a lot of fun.
H1Z1 is the one where you pay money and then they drop something.
Yeah, you can pay, like, there's microtransactions to like vanity stuff and airdrops if you want
Even
to
in
do-
like a battle royale.
No, Battle Royale, the airdrops are done just throughout the game.
Oh,
like,
okay.
you don't have to pay for those ones.
Because battle
And they do
royale
that-
is fucking amazing.
Oh, Battle Royale is fun. Like,
Did you play
especially when they're-
Yoshi's Woolly World? That one
No,
looks so good.
I passed. I played
Yoshi's
it.
always been kind of a weird character, hasn't he?
And you don't. It's not even that it's Yoshi. It's just okay.
The aesthetics on this looks so good.
That's why I didn't get it.
What?
I don't like the look. I just don't. It's like when that Kirby game came out, Epic Yarn. Like, I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, it's the
Like,
same look,
just make
right?
yeah,
It's the same,
basically. And I was like, I don't know. Like,
And let's
But
not
isn't-
forget what Yoshi was. He was a dude who ate people, then shat them out into eggs.
yeah, and he still
Which
does that.
Mario used to abuse though.
Yeah,
So
I punched him in
maybe
the back of the head.
so maybe the reason why Yoshi eats people is because Mario abuses him.
Yeah, so he eats his pain away.
Yeah, so Mario's a fucking communist
jackass.
asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think making Yoshi's Woolly World into wool kind of hurt its sales in a way.
Which is
'Cause it's just,
kind of funny though, because when I think Nintendo, I think pretty fun, family, those kind of words, those kind of buzzwords to me. And
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
fine.
Epic Yarn and Woolly World sort of fit that mold.
Yeah.
yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe it's probably because they just made Epic Yarn and then Woolly World, and it's like the exact same thing. And I was
That's
probably
Nintendo.
Like, oh, yeah, exactly. So I was just like, oh, it's the same thing, just with a different Nintendo character. But my friend has played it, and he says he likes it. So I mean, whatever.
Did Epic Yarn so well? The Kirby one.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
'Cause
I
if
mean,
it did-
Kirby generally sells pretty well for Nintendo. That's
Oh,
why when I
Epic
see
Yarn
the
came out for
US
the Wii. I was thinking for the Wii U.
No, Epic Yarn did come out for the Wii, but Woolly World came out for the Wii U.
Wii U, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that might be why the sales dipped. Because if you bring that kind of same aesthetic out too many times in a row, or
Exactly.
too short a time, then people are like, "Well, I've played the Kirby one. Then what's the point in playing the Yoshi one?" And it's not like there's got any
That's
thrilling
that's how I
storylines.
looked at it. I played the Kirby one, and I was just like, I'm not gonna play another game like that. So I passed on it.
It's not like there's going to be any gripping storylines that. Oh, Mario nearly commits suicide in the next one.
You
so
don't
you
play
better
Nintendo
do-
for storyline.
Yeah, you don't. You
No, I'm
mainly play
saying,
for
but
two
there's nothing
reasons,
else to-
nostalgia
yeah.
and just the gameplay, obviously.
But that's
And
my
good
point.
multiplayer.
Yeah.
Just
But
to
that's my
Uh,
point. Because you don't play it for the thing, once you create two similar things, there's nothing to distinguish the second one, is there?
Well, I'm
No,
sure
no,
there
I
is
think-
a few different
I think
gameplay
the
mechanics
reason
are-
why it didn't sell well is because it's different. If we use the logic that you said, it looks the same, then 2D Mario platformers shouldn't sell that well, but it still does. It's still their best sellers.
But they always
Yeah.
had some kind of new stupid gimmick, don't they?
Doesn't
Oh,
really make the
usually
game that
power-ups.
different though, but changing
No.
the aesthetics to make it look like yarn or wool, I think that's a huge thing to do. And I think
Yeah.
I just think Nintendo gamers, they just don't like I hate using this word, but innovation or different stuff.
I don't think it's even that. Well, maybe it is because
But Splatoon
a
did
lot
really
of
well.
a lot
though.
of Nintendo gamers, like I don't think Nintendo understands this. A lot of Nintendo gamers are the people who grew up with
Nintendo.
Nintendo, not people that are born today and then start playing it. That's where the market is the past. So, I mean, hopefully, I'm just praying so much. I pray every night
Every
that
night.
friggin' the NX does not fuck it up. Like, I just want a Nintendo console to be normal and have third-party support.
Like the
Just-
SNES.
Yes, like SNES, like just make it simple. Just make it simple. Just take an Xbox One, fucking rip that logo off, throw Nintendo on it, and I'll be happy. I won't even give a shit. Like I just want it to be normal. So
And just make
other
it, and
games?
for Christ's sake, make it a console. Don't make it
But
a
that-
glorified
and
PC.
that's what people are hoping. And I think Nintendo has learned their lesson to stay away from the Wii name. So maybe they'll stay away from innovation, like
And
too
motion
innovative.
sensor controls. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, anyways, other games I liked, Undertale, obviously, and I wouldn't give that game the time of day if it wasn't for
Oh, no.
a streamer.
Video just went out. Never mind.
What the heck?
Yeah, seriously.
Um,
Can't we just let me remake the call?
no,
No, it's
it's
fine.
come back.
Let's just leave it. It's coming back though.
It's dark. for me.
You've reached your 4-hour limit for this group call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need Skype Premium to make a group video call.
All again.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Me neither.
I did not know that.
That's new.
Do you guys
No, it's
wanna?
not. That's not new.
Do you guys wanna drop in and out?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, that was stupid.
I still need Skype Premium to make a video call.
It's
Why is-
working anyway.
It's working.
It's working now.
But it's dark though.
No, it's not.
It is dark for some reason.
Does it have a 24-hour thing to like
Wait,
reset?
wait. It's not dark for me.
It's not dark for me either.
Oh no, it's
Is it because I'm the one initiating the call?
Maybe.
Can we try like somebody else?
let's try somebody else then.
Yeah, somebody else click the video call. Okay, it's fine for me now.
Okay, we hacked it. What happened to Nathan? He is busy. He tried to call
What
us.
the heck?
He tried to call us. Hang up on him.
Wait. What? So what's happening now? Where is-
He's like in a fucking another dimension.
Get him back.
Wait. I can't even see that I'm in the call anymore. I can hear you guys.
I can't hear.
All right.
I can't hear Everybody's not even there.
Everybody end the call. Everybody end the
How?
call.
I don't even have an end call button, so I'm not even in a call right now.
Close Skype. Do
I'm
something.
gonna just force close Skype.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
What went on there?
This is gonna be
Okay,
a
that
bitch
was-
to edit.
That was fucked. Cody, you were like talking to me, but you were like not even here. Like it was like you were like in another dimension.
Because I could only see you. Jordan.
I know. All I hear you is say, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" And I was like, "Yes, I can hear you."
Because I couldn't see the other two. I could only see you.
That was fucked.
So
Okay.
where were we? How am I
What
gonna
was I
edit this
saying?
shit?
Oh yeah, Undertale.
Yeah.
I would have never
Ah.
played that game if I didn't watch a 3-minute stream. I remember I got it because I was going on my work trip and I had some Steam money and I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy some games so I can play on my laptop, and I downloaded that. And I gave it a chance, and good thing I gave it a chance. It's a really, really good game. Probably like my top 3 games this year.
I don't know. Did you go in with like super high expectation?
No, I actually, when I first opened the game, I'm like, oh, this looks shitty. Like I was like, this is not probably my kind of game. And like, for me, I don't play a lot of indie type games, so I was like, oh, this is really a shot in the dark for me. So, but no, it was really good.
So
What
for
else do I?
So does this help with your decision to play Undertale?
No.
I think I know why he doesn't want to play it, and I can totally understand why. Because if I was him right now, and then I was gonna play it, I probably would just say no to. And I know why he's not playing it.
Which is? Don't keep us in suspense.
Well,
He
it's
hates the
almost-
fucking fan base.
There's a bit of the fan base. It's also like I almost feel it's because I'm torn. I almost feel like it's almost like Stanley Parable, where there's enough endings that I'm never gonna find. I should just watch a complete LP,
Yeah.
but I don't want to do that in case I change my mind and want to play it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So I don't know. The way I should do it is just play through it once or twice and then
And
put
then
it
just
down and
watch
be done
them,
with it.
yeah.
Or watch more LPs if I want to.
Yeah, exactly.
And the
I
reason why I'm
definitely-
not watching LPs is because I know I want to play it,
It's a really good game.
but I'm holding off for no apparent reason actually.
It's not that expensive of a game.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not.
If I see it for $4.99 or less,
you'll get it.
I'll be very, very tempted.
You entitled.
I'm not gonna
gamer,
commit even.
you.
It's only like a $10 game full price, right?
Yeah.
That's not
It's
bad.
Yeah.
How long? The one playthrough can vary drastically in time, right? Depending on what you're going for.
Yeah, but depending on what. Oh, yeah. Like the game, when I first played it, like not knowing what the hell I was doing, it was like 4 hours.
Okay.
But now since I know everything, I can just like kind of speed run it. Heaven's Ward, Final Fantasy 14.
That's the expansion, right?
Yeah. Probably one of the best storylines I've played this year. And that's on an MMO, so
Mm.
That's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
If there's one thing Final Fantasy are good at, is telling a story.
It's like it's funny because Final Fantasy is not the WoW killer, and I will never say there is a WoW killer. The WoW killer is the WoW killer. But expansion wise, Warlords of Draenor just got butt fucked by Square.
WoD was shit. WoD was one of the worst expansions to a
A
game.
lot of people jumped ship and went to that game for.
It went from 8 million subscribers at like the start of the year, and now they're on like 3 million.
So that speaks for itself there. It's a really good game. I would play through the story again, except I don't want to play through the original vanilla again. The Heaven's Ward story was really good though. Fallout 4, what can you say? I mean,
Represent.
at first I was like, I'm not getting that game because
Of the hype.
of the frame rate issues. No, I actually pre-ordered it first, and then pre-order, whatever, fuck off. And I was like, all these reviewers and everything was saying like the console versions is garbage, and I did not want to buy it for PC because I want to sit down comfortably and play Fallout 4 on my TV. And then I was like, fuck, I'll give in, see how bad it is. And I've only come across 2 issues in the game, and one of them I got out of it, and the other one was just minor. The game's good. I really like it. It's like way better than Fallout 3. Probably my favorite Xbox One game I have right now.
Is it running on 900p? That's the
No.
Xbox One.
No.
It's 1080.
No. Yeah, people are
Xbox
saying
One?
it should have. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it should have been 900.
Yeah, people are saying
With
it
higher
should have
frame
been
rate.
900p.
I
It's
thought the
1080
maximum resolution for Xbox One is 900p.
No, you
No.
can force it to
You
1080p.
can put it 1080. It just suffers a frame
Oh.
drop. This games.
What was the game that was notorious for doing 900p and everyone went mental over it? The Xbox One game.
Call of Duty.
It was
No,
maybe
I know Diablo 3 did it.
it's not Diablo 3 I'm talking about. There's a game specifically it was
Titanfall?
all over. Maybe it was I think it might be Titanfall. Maybe.
Yeah.
There was a game that went 900p and everyone was like, "What? It shouldn't be 900p in this day and age."
Yeah, it
No.
shouldn't be, but you know what? I would rather have a smaller resolution and
60
have
frames?
better frames. Yes.
So so are you telling me that when you boot up an Xbox One game, you can choose the resolution?
No.
Oh, you can't.
can't.
No, the game disc itself
Runs
will have
natively.
900.
Oh.
Would
Yeah.
be running 900p if it
So you
was
can't
a
change
900p.
anything, right?
No, you can't change.
No, it's not like a PC. It's not that much like a PC.
I was thinking that
yeah.
at least there was one option to change the resolution at least.
No.
That would have been cool. Like I would be down for
Because
that,
I was
but-
thinking, why is there so many different resolutions for a console game? Shouldn't you just
Some-
run it on
because
native?
Some companies are like especially for the Xbox One, not so much PS4, but Xbox One. They're choosing different resolutions based on how well their engines run on the console. Some of their games run at 900 and some will run at 1080. And then that will determine the frame rate. Now, some games at 1080 run really well, as long as it's built for the actual console itself.
Yeah, the first
Metal
game
Metal Gear Solid 4, or sorry, 5, for Xbox One runs beautifully, and I haven't had any issues, which is actually another good game. I liked it. Not my favorite game this year, but it was another good game.
The first game on Xbox One to run at 1080p 60 FPS was Wolfenstein New Order.
Oh, is it? I never even played it.
Wolfenstein New Order was the first. It finally hit 1080p 60 FPS when Wolfenstein New Order came out.
Okay.
All the games before that were 900p.
Mm.
So,
Which I regretted not buying. It was like 75% off.
one of my games of the year last year.
Wolfenstein.
It was
I
really
think
that good.
It was pretty cheap for Black Friday. I did
and it
not
was
buy it.
fucking so good. It was really good. Rivaled Shadow of Mordor.
Mm. So yeah,
Yeah,
what else
like
for 2015?
hmm,
Looking at his collection.
yeah.
My collection.
I enjoy Battlefront 2. I don't know why people hate it so much. I mean, it's like what Cody said. It does what you paid for. You play online, you kill people, whatever. I mean, it looks nice. It sounds awesome.
Wait until the map packs come out.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm gonna start bitching. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, this year is actually the year where I got into League of Legends, 2015, and first MOBA game. And when I first played it, I was terrible. Just did not know what the hell I was doing. And now I enjoy it a lot. It's a very fun game, and I just want the new season to start over so we can start ranking again.
MOBAs. They don't give you shit. The MOBAs don't give a single fuck about you.
No.
Here's the game, fucker. Play it how you like, whatever.
But yeah.
Ah.
That's pretty much it for like my favorite games this year.
So for Hamner, do you want to go next or should I?
I think you should.
Because your list is better than mine, right? Is that what you're saying?
It's long.
So, I played The Witcher 3, which is the game of the year for me. Not even close, I don't think. But I also played Skyrim this year. And like I said, I think it's very difficult to compare Bethesda RPGs to like other RPGs just because I think what you get out of it is so different. So when I go into Fallout 4, hopefully I think maybe I'll be going into Fallout 4, my expectations for it will be very different. Just a fun playground sandbox thing for me anyways. I don't know, when I played Skyrim, I didn't care for the story at all. It was just a fun playground for me to play in. And I also played Shadow of Mordor this year. I know it came out last year, but it was a fucking good game. I really, really enjoyed it.
The Nemesis system was fucking
it's
baller.
fucking amazing. I wish other games would just copy the Nemesis system.
How does the main character of that game compare to the main character of The Witcher?
He's fairly similar. He's got a bit more sass about him, but he's still pretty boring.
I think the character is pretty not so.
Oh, my family died. Oh, yeah, we get it. You've said it 500 times. Your family died. Cool. Get over it. But I think the biggest problem I had with Shadow of Mordor is it was just too easy. It was just way too easy.
I like the combat that's fluid.
Yeah, it was fluid.
Cool.
It was fluid, but it
but
was easy.
Making it super fluid like that probably made it a bit easier.
Yeah, it's because like the only enemies that posed a single threat were the archers, because you could counter moves while in the middle of moves.
Yeah,
it was a bit ridiculous.
it is.
Like you were in the middle of doing an executable, like an execution, and you could
counter.
Counter. It was a bit.
But
that
it was
a
fun.
poor choice.
The combat was fun.
Game.
Yeah.
Shit ending though.
Oh yeah, the ending is horrible.
Do you know what we should do?
The build up to the end fights were fucking amazing. The build up was fucking good, but the two end fights itself was so fucking bad.
Yeah, do you know what we should do? We should take this game with really cool combat and really cool world building, and then have the last two fights finish on quick time events.
Fucking QTEs.
That's not how to ruin a game.
Because when I say the build up was amazing, is because you brought your orc army to go up against the other orc army, so it was like a pretty huge battle, and then the last fight was QTE. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was pretty annoying.
Yeah. I also played Transistor this year. That was really good. A little bit short. I preferred Bastion, but it was really good. I like the fact that I can change up the what are those called? Voices?
What are
Voices,
they called?
right?
Yeah. They're like programs. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I can't
guess.
remember what they're called.
Yeah. To to just like customize your attacks. I really like that, and the fact that dying means you lose one of the attacks until you get to like a couple of checkpoints. It forces you to use other stuff, which I like, because a lot of times games like this, where you can customize and choose like a combination of things, you tend to find like a perfect combination and not change it anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I like the fact that when you die, it forces you
I
to
think
change
it's
it
really
up.
min-maxing.
No, but like in the loosest terms,
Okay, sure.
it's like finding a
But
combination that works and
It
sticking.
definitely changes your playstyle drastically, based even just like a small tweak, because each thing has 3 different uses.
What I meant by that was,
I know what you mean.
if you don't have that,
Optimizing.
if you don't have that mechanic in that gets rid of one of your abilities, it's too easy to find a combination that works really well and stick with it.
Yeah.
So having one of those
I-
stuff ripped away from you is pretty cool.
Even without that though, I don't think I died maybe once in the game, but still, every single encounter except for the last 2 or 3 in a row, I was changing something about my build every single time.
Oh, interesting.
Just tweaking, because you don't know,
Yeah.
like, it's hard to tell what something will do. Like, it tells you what it does, but it's like, how big an impact will it actually have? And it's like, what does that actually mean it'll do?
I loved Zero Punctuation's fucking.
I don't think I saw it.
He did an explanation of the combat system. He said you could either assign tits to X, which fires tits at the enemies, or you could assign tits to an active buffer where you hit someone with one spell and it has the added effect of soapy tit wank, and then you could put it in the passive slot, which means you gain they deal less damage with you with tit based attacks.
That sounds about accurate, yeah.
I think it was a really cool way of just bringing you into to how the system works.
I also played GTA 5. I think everybody here played GTA 5, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Finally, they've got a good story back on track.
It was a game that I felt what it gave me was really good, but it didn't give me enough of it. Like the heist, like the story heist, that was like 4, and that's it.
I agree.
I
It
really
was a big
wanted to play more heists. Yeah.
It was a big selling point, and then you just kind of
Yeah. People say you have heists in GTA Online, but you need people for that, which is
It's the problem
Yeah,
that Remember
it's
Me
kinda
had.
shitty.
It's the problem that Remember Me had. It had a really cool time mechanic,
the
but
time
you only ever
rewinding
use it.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and you only ever use it like 4 times in the entire game. So it's like, what's the point in even having it?
So
If
GTA
you-
5 was almost a disappointment. It's a very good game. It's just that I wish there was more of it.
But compared to GTA 4, it was a fucking knockout.
Well, yeah.
GTA 4 was wank.
My favorite is still
Oh.
Vice City and San Andreas, though.
San
I
Andreas,
love
yeah.
Vice City.
Vice City
Fucking
was
hell.
so good.
Vice City
Um,
just because for the setting and the theme.
It is the
Just for the
setting.
80s.
Yep. Well, do you want to go bowling? Do you know when I was talking to you on GTA 5 about that? I finally figured out what the Morse code meant. Do you know that hatch at in the bottom of the sea, when the Lost hatch from the show The Lost?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll say this is basically, in case you forgot, in the bottom of the ocean in GTA 5, you can find the Lost hatch.
It's an Easter egg,
And
right?
and someone's tapping on it, and the Morse code says, "Do you want to go bowling?"
Well, at least they're aware of it.
Yeah, that was really fucking annoying, though, bro. Like, ugh.
And the best story game I played this year was Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
I like that game. I was a bit
story
annoyed
was-
by the foreign language.
It's not a language at all, actually.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like like Sims language.
Yeah, but
Like-
I think it plays into the narrative because the whole point of the game is understanding what's happening without actually without
knowing.
needing to understand the words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did it better than I thought. When someone told me about the concept, I thought it sounded dumb, but then I played it, and I used a controller, and having to control
2 characters.
2 characters, one with each stick, was
Yeah.
pretty cool. It got a bit confusing at times, but for
Yeah.
the most part, it was pretty well implemented.
And it's probably one of the best examples of how gameplay mechanics can tell a story.
Yeah.
It's a fucking good game. Yeah. Also, finally, I played games with my girlfriend this year. She finally has a laptop that can play stuff, and we played Lovers in a Dangerous on my PC, but we played Torchlight 2, Borderlands 2, and also Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, because all you need is the PDF for that. Which is that game was probably like one of the surprise games that I liked this year.
I quite enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. How do you do it with more than 2 people though? So how do you do that?
Everybody just on the PDF, yeah.
Oh, okay. I assumed that. I just
Yeah. For the bomb diffuser, that's just one.
okay.
That would be kind of cool. I don't know how you do it, but that'd be kind of cool to have multiple people.
Yeah.
Okay, your bomb is flashing green. Then you need to spin it in a 360-degree clockwise.
I'd be thinking more like, do you have these like 12 panels available?
Yeah,
So each one of you take a side, and there's 2 other people on the PDFs.
sure.
One person talks to one person talks to the other. It maybe get a bit hectic though.
Yeah.
But that's the point of the game, right?
Like, you need to hold these 2 hatches apart while I reach inside and cut the red wire.
Oh, we need to play that, guys.
I think the other 2 surprises this year was Downwell, which I really liked, and The Deed, which I think 4 you should play.
The D.
She did.
The Deed. The Deed is the top-down.
You try and
sort
kill
of
your
like-
sister.
Yeah, choose your own
Sick
adventure
son of
game
a
where
bitch.
you
Told
kill
me
your
about
sister.
it. I'm trying to remember. Sorry.
Yeah,
You have to kill your sister, which is
Yeah.
not morbid in the slightest.
you want to kill your sister because you want her out of the will. You want your name to be in the will. So it's the
So you
deed.
Explains the name.
Yeah, hence the name.
So you play as a psychopath essentially.
You play a brother, yeah.
Inconceivable.
It's actually a pretty good game.
I've
Very
heard
short.
it's actually pretty good.
Each playthrough, 15 minutes. Your first playthrough is probably the longest because you're just going around exploring stuff. But your
What's the-
Say again?
Why would you play it more than once?
Oh, there's multiple items to take.
I
So
see.
you can choose to kill your sister in multiple ways, as well as using multiple evidence to incriminate somebody else.
So basically you're trying to see just how the story plays out when you
You can
just do it a
lose.
different way.
You can lose.
Okay.
You can actually be found guilty of the murder. Each playthrough you can only take 2 items. So if you take 2 weapons, then you have no evidence to plant. If you take 2 evidence, then you have to kill your sister with your bare hands. I'm not sure how that will work, but yeah.
Thumbnails. Thumbprints.
Yeah, but it is something like in the 1800s or 1930s or something.
Cool.
Yeah. So actually, it was a very surprisingly good game. I really liked that. Played Dragon Quest Heroes. Been talking about that for a couple of weeks now. It's really good. I did not expect to like a Dynasty Warriors-ish kind of game. Like I played previous Dynasty Warriors. It was okay, but this one I really liked. Probably
I
just
just find
because
them
it's Dragon
fun.
Quest.
They're just
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That's what I like about them. There's no bullshit. It's just go slaughter a bunch of people. it's great.
And you do get characters from other games coming in. So that's that. So
That's
if you're
cool.
huge into the Dragon Quest universe, yeah, that would be a game to play. Play Galaxy Z. Still haven't finished it because it's so fucking difficult. I keep dying, for fuck's sakes. And I don't know how to feel about that game. It's touted as a roguelike, but it's not really a roguelike. I don't think games that you die and needing to try again with all your weapons lost should be called a roguelike. Not all of them though. I don't know. Galaxy is definitely not for everyone, but it's a fun game. I also played Killer is Dead by Suda51.
Killer is
Nice.
dead. Suda, man. Suda's my boy.
So,
I
yeah.
love Suda.
Killer is Dead is pretty good. I really like the sections where you go to the bar to flirt with girls. That was
It's
kind
just
of weird.
quirky, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's just Suda. Like,
Japanese
Really cool
games.
characters.
Yeah. So
Killer 7 was my
yeah.
favorite Suda game. Killer
Look-
7 was fucking amazing.
Looking at my list, did not play that many games actually because work and all that. But I know like people try to do those 52-week challenge thing, like 52 games in 52 weeks. How the fuck?
Ah, good luck.
I know Super Best Friends, one of them is doing that.
Doing what?
52 games in 52 weeks.
Oh right, yeah. Liam's trying to do that.
Yeah.
I don't see that being too hard.
Depends upon how you
Depends
define
on
a
the
game.
Well, I do get out of the house 12 hours a day, so that's difficult for me.
Yeah, I mean, I
Right.
don't.
When
if
your
we're
job
going
is just to
purely on-
play games, I think it's much easier.
Like I know a guy who does two let's plays, 2 episodes a day, and he streams for like 25 hours a week. It's like,
What the
you have a
fuck?
wife and kid. Like how? How?
Do you know when I first started streaming?
It's
In
not
my
even
first
a full-time job.
in my first week of streaming, I streamed 12 hours a day.
Oh my
That
gosh.
will kill you.
Yeah,
It's like,
I would burn out pretty dang quick. My
Just-
throat would just go away after the first day.
Yeah.
No, I was
Yeah.
playing League. I was playing League of Legends, so you don't.
Oh,
need to
okay.
shit. Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's it. Really.
On to Foe then. And his mega list.
So I can skip one of the lists. Basically, I went to my YouTube channel and looked at all of the videos I'd posted in the past year, and I wrote down the things I really liked. So I have a list of 10 games, which generally were series games, like games you would pay money for on Steam, like quote unquote real games. And I have a list of 10 games that were like demos. I think they're all of the games I played on this list were demos or early access. So yeah, these are games not just like one-off Game Jam games. These are games I'm hoping to see next year in a more finished form. I'm looking forward to those. So I definitely want to do the first list. Do you guys even care to hear the second list?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
let's do it.
Okay, I'll go in reverse order. I didn't put much thought into this order. So the one I'm looking forward to the least is Reset, which is a first-person game. The demo, you're controlling like a mecha, like a human-ish sized mecha, not super big, and it has a device on it which you can activate, and it will record your actions, and you can activate again, and that clone will play out the actions you play out. So like one of the first puzzles you encounter is you turn this wheel, which moves a platform from right to left, and you record yourself doing that. And then you run over to the platform so that your past self moves the platform. You can jump on it and ride it to the other side of the chasm, kind of thing. So that game could be cool. It's the first time I'd seen that mechanic done in a first-person game, so that was pretty cool. Number 9 is Karma, which is a point-and-click game that looks like World of Goo, but felt a lot like Neverhood.
Ooh.
Yeah, like not Army Krog, Neverhood.
Yeah,
It actually felt good and funny.
the good one.
Exactly. It's not claymation. It's all cartoon and weird, but I don't know. It was really cool and I liked it. But I haven't heard anything about it since I played the demo, so I don't even know what development's like on that one. Number 8 was actually Dexter Stardust, which I played this week, just because it had a good level of comedy and the dev was really nice. 7 was Tick-Tock Isle, which had actually, as demos go, it wasn't that good of a demo. It's a side-scrolling platformer game with time and travel elements. The demo was basically just put you on the island with a mansion, and you could run around the mansion and talk to the people. There wasn't really a lot of gameplay there, but the mansion was full of awesome time travel references. Like one room was decked out for Wild Stallions, which is Bill and Ted's band. One room was like all Time Bandit references. One room was all Back to the Future references. So I approve of their plethora of obscure references. 6 is Wildfire, which is a game I've done at least 3 videos for now because I backed it, so I'm on their beta. And it is a third-person stealth game, which does it very well, I think. The first time I played the demo, basically all you could do is sneak, and every time you do anything, like move, a little like blue pulse kind of shoots out from you, and that's like the sound waves you emit, and so enemies can detect that. And by now, the game's kind of morphed to the point where you're the Goram avatar, because you can like pull dirt and water and fire and use it to sneak around. So I'm curious where it's going. It does have player-made levels, which is, I think, always a good feature for the longevity of a game. 5 is Hover Revolt of Gamers, which I would debate about putting on the list, because it's a Jet Set Radio clone type thing, which I quite like, but their most recent patch had a level which was really bad. So I don't know if they're having a crisis of vision or what, but I'm still optimistic and looking forward to seeing more. 4 was Seok, which was a really cool point-and-click adventure game where you play as a little girl.
Isn't that
trapped
out?
in I don't
it not?
think so. I know it's coming out soon because it's on Keymailer as coming out soon. I don't know when the release date is, though. I didn't request a key, though.
2016. Jeez, that's a long time.
Never mind. Huh. I don't know. Its Kickstarter was successful, though, so it will be getting made, definitely. I don't remember what level I backed at, so I don't know if I'm just getting... I don't even know if there was a beta. I'm probably just getting the regular version. I usually don't back higher for beta. 3 was The Last Time, which is a pixel art point-and-click adventure with just a really weird supernatural story. I don't want to go into too much detail about it. 2 was Adventurecraft, which you all know about. And the one game I'm looking forward to the most, surprise, surprise, is Indivisible. Who knows when that's coming out? I don't know. Not next year, probably, but the future.
Probably not. Probably in 2 years' time.
At least, yeah.
Because that is how long you need to make a game.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll do some sort of thing, like, because they still have the Skullgirls Endless Beta. I wonder if there's something similar for Indivisible.
A what? An endless beta?
So on my Steam library, I have Skullgirls, and I also have Skullgirls the Endless Beta, which is like their beta builds you can play before they get finalized and pushed to the Skullgirls build.
It's for backers, right?
Okay.
I don't think I backed Skullgirls.
Oh.
I don't think I heard about it at the time. Like, you can do it. Like, you can play... You could have played... Like, sometimes you can play with champions and they still have, like, just, white and black sketch animation frames.
Oh,
It's weird, but yeah, it's cool.
that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so now the games you guys might have actually heard about.
You elitist asshole.
Number 10, Tales from the Borderlands. That game was friggin' hilarious, and it had some very sad, touching moments, but also some very awesome moments. And I think it got around my problem with Telltale of having pointless decisions by making them funny, pointless decisions. So I was just choosing which joke I wanted to hear. Because Game of Thrones is like, I don't care who dies. I don't care. They're both going to die anyway in like a chapter.
So, in the Telltale hierarchy, where is Tales from the Borderlands? It's not above the Wolf Among Us, right?
I put it tied for first with Wolf Among Us.
Whoa.
Probably. Just because of one, there's this... I don't want to say too many details, but there's a chapter that has the best setup and execution of a joke I've probably ever seen in a video game.
Is it chapter 4?
It is the second to last chapter. Yes, so it should be chapter 4.
Because I believe you said chapter 4 was your favorite.
Yeah, that's probably true. It also has the emotional moment in it.
Emotions.
The ending tries to have a twist, but it's super predictable, so no one cares about the last chapter. Number 9 was Blood Bowl 2, which, to be clear, a lot of the games on this list might not have come out this year. I just played them this year. Although I think Blood Bowl 2 did come out this year.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. I hadn't played Blood Bowl 1, and at first it seems really kind of... The mechanics of the game seemed a little less than ideal to me, but I've gotten used to them, so I kind of like them a lot more. One thing I really don't like about the game, though, is there's not a lot of single-player support. Because a lot of the gameplay features revolve around league play, that is like multiple games with the same team so they can level up and grow, and there's no way to really experience that with AIs. So that's really disappointing. But that might come later? I don't know. I know a lot of fans don't like it, so maybe they'll cave to pressure. So number 8, I definitely know didn't come out this year. Child of Light.
Oh, you played that one?
Yeah, it's very good.
Did you get a 2-pack with Valiant Hearts?
I don't think so. I think Valiant Hearts came in a Humble Bundle.
Valiant Hearts was pretty good as well.
It was. That was the first game I ever did on my channel, Valiant Hearts.
Valiant Hearts.
Don't look it up. It's terrible. There's not even thumbnails.
So I'm going to look it up.
Of course. Fantastic. It's actually really funny. One of my earlier videos as well, Dungeon of the Endless, is one of the first games I did-ish. And it still gets a lot of views, which is embarrassing because the audio quality is really bad on it. That was back when I didn't know how to point my mic at my face properly. But yeah, Child of Light's great because it has the level up system is pretty boring and straightforward, but it's fine. But I really like the gem system, like the crafting system, which can really influence what kind of stats you emphasize on which characters. And I really like the like initiative bar type turn-based combat. It's not just turn and then turn. It's like that bar fills up, and you're trying to play games with that to time your attacks appropriately. Like, oh, I could take my action now, but I want to save it so I can cast my shield before the tell on the boss's attack. So that's cool. 7 was the Curious Expedition, which I'm counting as out. I think it still might technically be early access. They're still doing quite a bit of development on it, but I paid money for it, so it counts as being out. That game is pretty cool. I don't know what to say about it. It's I think the thing that appeals to me the most about it is it's kind of like a what was Sean Connery's character in The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Alan Quatermain. It's kind of like that kind of thing, where you're this British colonial era explorer dropped in the country, and you're going through the jungle, and then, oh, suddenly look, it's dinosaurs, or suddenly it's a spaceship, or that kind of thing. So I really like that kind of crossover stuff. Oh, it's very brutal. I haven't actually had a successful run on the game yet. 6 is Axiom Verge.
Mm-hmm. Axiom Verge, yeah.
Which is cool. One thing I really like about it, I haven't done the research for this. So in Axiom Verge, there are a lot of weapons that you can unlock, and very close to all of them, maybe all of them, except for the first one, are completely optional to find. So I'd love to see a speed run with like a breakdown where it's like, so to beat this boss the fastest, it's worth my while to go out of my way to get this weapon. I think that'd be kind of cool. Because I didn't have that problem, you know? It's like, oh, I got the perfect weapon right here, or I can't beat this boss yet. I'm going to go explore for a while. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. Has a good mix of secrets. Feels good, wasn't too frustrating. It's a little hard trying to figure out where to go sometimes, but on the whole, I quite liked it. 5 was Convoy, which is very FTL-like, but it's more like Mad Max, because you're a bunch of cars driving across the desert, trying to protect essentially an oil rig from other cars. And I think it did something well, which a lot of roguelikes don't, is it had a significant amount of RNG, but it never felt like I was being overly screwed by it. Like, it always just felt like a thing happened, that's kind of cool. None of the things were game-breaking necessarily. 4... feels like I played a Dungeon of the Endless. That came out in 2014, but it came out in December 2014, and I didn't play it until January.
December counts. I don't know who releases games in December.
Christmas.
I guess, I don't know.
Well, it's because of the shooter season. Shooter season is usually October, November. So a lot of the games that don't want to compete with, well, look when Call of Duty came out.
The big AAAs.
November. Yeah. No, if people don't want to compete with Call of Duty and stuff like that, then they'll just release it at Christmas.
That makes
So,
sense. So
Yeah,
that can
would make sense.
cool. I just replayed it. I just noticed something today. So the Dungeon of the Endless is made by a company, and I think 100% of their games have Endless in the name. So specifically talking about Dungeon of the Endless, Endless Legend, and Endless Space. I'm pretty sure, just like, this is the first time I've seen this, there's an achievement on Steam for doing a thing in each of the 3 games. Like, if you do this in this game, and this game, you get the achievement for each of the games. But you have to do all 3 to get the achievement.
Oh, okay. That's
It's
interesting.
very interesting. Yeah, so they're cool. They're kind of like Curious Expedition. They're a good mix of fantasy and sci-fi. Definitely heavier. There's almost no real-world basis, unlike Curious Expedition. Number 3 was Armello, which went all the way from early accessory to full release this year, so that was cool. Definitely one of my favorite board game, video game type things. It's like Redwall meets Game of Thrones kind of thing. It's got cards, it's got dice, it's got animals and armor, everything you could want. 2 was Westerado, which is
I really need to play that.
it's like Zelda, but a Western. And a single playthrough takes between 1 and 2 hours, but it's like Skyrim in the sense that it's completely open world. So based off of which people you help or attack or just ignore, you can experience completely different things. Because the point of the game is to get revenge. You're trying to find somebody's identity. So by helping them, they'll give you clues. So after you do like 3 or 4 quests, then you kind of move on to the final boss. So based off of like a quest can be to help the Indians or help the soldiers. So if you help the Indians, you can open up a gate, which is like a shortcut. If you help the soldiers, then you get something else, So I've this year I've kind of discovered I really, really appreciate and like very short but very breadthy games. Other examples being like Consortium or Discourse. And then the one game that my favorite game this year, game of the year, The Magic Circle.
Woohoo!
Which is a
Nice.
first-person, fourth wall breaking puzzle game, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. It's
With Ashley Birch, right?
I believe Ashley Birch is in it. The main voice actor, I can never remember his name. He is Dr. Venture in Venture Bros.
Tried watching that. I couldn't get along with it.
Season 1 is terrible. Gotta get it past season 1.
Oh, that's probably why then. Is there any point in watching season 1?
James Urbaniak is his name. Well, I mean, it helps to establish kind of like the rules of the world. Like
Will
how...
I miss a lot by missing season
So
1?
I can tell you the season finale, like stinger, that happens the second before the credits roll, and that's an important fact. And that's like the only really important fact.
Oh, okay.
So viewers, shield your ears for 5 seconds. The twins are clones, so they die a lot and just come back. That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of jokes about that later on, but it's not explicit. That's why it's funny. So that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, Magic Circle. I need to replay it more because I didn't 100% it, and I need to do that.
All right.
So, what are you people looking forward to next year?
Well,
Can be anything at all.
I have 4 games on my channel that I didn't finish. I just stopped playing for various reasons. So I need to finish Psychonauts. I need to finish Arkham Knight. I need to finish Republic Commando. I need to finish Alpha Protocol.
Republic Commando, which one is that you're playing?
It's Star Wars. You play as one of 4 clone commandos. It's like a
that one.
squad-based shooter.
Oh, Republic Commando was baller.
I need to get better controlling the clones
When you said
because
Republic Commando, for some reason I was thinking
lack
Bionic
initiative.
Commando.
oh,
Republic Commando is like one of the best Star Wars games.
it's so like my experience. The reason I stopped playing is because I kept encountering more enemies who were massive bullet sponges, and it's just boring and not hard to fight them. But I think that's because I wasn't issuing commands to my NPCs properly. So it's just me because they're balanced to be shot up by 4 guys. And they don't do things unless you tell them to explicitly because they're idiots. They're clones.
The
lost
Golden
Jordan.
Joystick Awards has a category called Best Original Game.
What's original? I wonder how they judge originality.
The nominees were Bloodborne. I'm not sure how that is original since there's Dark Souls in it. I mean, it's pretty much Dark Souls. I don't know.
I guess just
Kerbal
yeah,
Space Program, Life is Strange, This War of Mine, Ori and the Blind Forest, Splatoon, Invisible Ink, Sunset Overdrive, which is a game I really want to try, but I don't have an Xbox.
I've heard bad things about that game though.
Really?
Where'd Jordan go?
Sunset. I don't know where Jordan went.
Oh,
He dropped out.
he's missing.
He is.
Talos Principle and Her Story.
Wait, what was 3 back? What was that? 3 or 4 back.
Invisible Ink.
Invisible Ink, right. That's I played that beta for that game. I think I own it. It's pretty good but challenging like turn-based stealth roguelike.
No, he's messing up the OBS. No.
Everything's misaligned.
Yes. Fucking
Stripe.
hell, where did he go?
He took
Jordan
his
was
headphones
just
off
typing.
right before he dropped, so I don't know what happened.
He's
Maybe-
typing now.
He's
Oh.
tired? Or he's typing.
His power went out. It just turned back on.
Oh.
Oh. Okie dokie. We can add him into the call in the middle, right?
Yes.
That's the thing with Skype, right?
Yes.
Okay. So not a premium account only, right?
Shouldn't be, unless they moved it.
Okay, so yeah. Nathan, what are you looking forward to?
Only 3 games in particular. XCOM 2.
Good choice.
XCOM 2, I really liked XCOM 1. Far Cry Primal.
Yeah, that one looks
Far
really
Cry,
nice.
Yeah, it looks really nice. And then Firewatch.
That one is also
Ooh,
looks very nice.
Firewatch.
Is it coming out next year?
Yeah, it's
think
coming
so.
out in February.
It's not a PS4 exclusive, right?
February.
No, it's on everything.
Nice.
I didn't know it was so soon. That's gonna be awesome.
It's
That's
on,
no-
no, it's not on Xbox. It's not on Xbox.
Oh, suck at
Ooh.
Xbox.
Wait, that's interesting. It's on Microsoft Windows, but not Xbox.
That is
Oh.
that's funny.
Hmm.
Huh.
Interesting. Yeah, basically, it's like a first-person walking adventure.
Thing.
But it seems like it has a really good story.
Yeah, it looks
really
like,
good
and
mystery.
the art style looks amazing.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Like
colors.
with,
It actually kind of reminds me of No Man's Sky from those trailers.
yeah, like with the red sky.
The colours,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, just the colors.
And then what do you have on you? You have like a walkie to what?
A
You're,
walkie-talkie,
you're
a radio,
walking talking to somebody in like a
Yeah. like a lady
base.
on the other
Yeah,
side.
you have like
Yes.
a walkie-talkie, don't you? Yeah.
You work in like those you're looking off a fire or some
Forestry
shit, right?
department.
Yeah.
Yes, you prevent forest fires.
Oh, and also Plants vs Zombies: Garden Warfare 2. I actually kind of like the first one.
Yeah, the first one is pretty good actually.
Is it a shooter? The trailer's not really like a shooter, but is it tower defense like the previous?
Yes and no.
Mm.
What there's a tower defense mode that's still done in third person, but so you can shoot and build towers.
Okay, kind of like Orcs Must Die type thing.
Yeah, ish. And then there's an online mode where it's like team deathmatch.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you play. Do you know the big plant, the big purple plant? That
Yes,
Chomp?
the eat the eater one.
You can play as the chomper.
And
you like-
can you move?
Yeah, you bury into the ground,
Oh, weird.
and then you go under someone.
It's like
and then
Splatoon.
when you go under someone and activate, you come out and eat them and insta kill them. It's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
awesome.
I'm having a look down the games now. I think that's about it. I would be super excited for the new Star Ocean, but unfortunately, I don't have a PS4.
I don't know that game.
Star Ocean, it's a RPG, like a Japanese RPG.
Okay.
It's in the same vein as like a bit like Final Fantasy, but not.
It's an
Okay.
action one,
It's-
right?
That sounds. I mean, I've never heard the name before.
Yeah, action roleplay. Star Ocean is incredible. It's one of the only JRPGs I like.
It also
Um,
has like MMOs and stuff,
Yeah.
I believe.
My favorite one was the second one. If Jordan was here, he'd be able to tell me.
Star Ocean 2?
uh,
SNES? I don't know.
SNES?
Was it only on the PlayStation? One of the earlier games
No,
on some Nintendo
Star
console or
Ocean Till
something?
the End of Time. Star Ocean Till the End of Time. It was the second PlayStation game. Till the End of Time was fucking amazing. But unfortunately, I'm not gonna buy a fucking. And Day of the Tentacle remastered.
Ah.
Yes. Man.
Gosh.
God, we have to play that on Play with Ultra. At some point. We have to, but this ain't coming out until March, so we'll just have to play the original.
It's not too far.
Yeah, I mean, if we find stuff to play in the meanwhile, then fair enough.
I
But
mean,
got
you guys can
Dominique
just wait
Pamplemousse.
for it to come out, right?
what?
You can
can
just
do
wait
it.
for it to come out.
Yeah, I mean,
Smart trend, it's not that far, I guess.
there's always like 900 million other LucasArts games we can play.
Ah.
There's
Are you guys gonna do Grim Fandango, the remastered version?
that's entirely up to Phil.
Okay. I thought I remembered you saying you didn't care to for some reason. But I could have fabricated that.
No, I don't know how much of the game I remember.
Okay.
I don't think I remember much,
be
so
good.
I think we'd be okay.
I own it. I found out. I didn't think I did, but I actually do, so we could do it.
Oh,
It's like there's a magic fairy giving you free games or something.
I know, right?
You always,
just happen
you always
to have-
say, I don't know whether I own it. Oh, I do. It's like,
It's because of like humble bundles, man.
it's not
that was
part
a
of
humble
any
bundle.
bundles. I'm pretty
I
sure it
don't
wasn't part of any bundle.
No, I don't think Grim Fandango's been on.
I
any
would have bought it.
bundles.
If it,
Yeah.
it was in a bundle, I would have bought it.
It's Steam. My library is like 500 games. It's hard to keep track.
Ooh.
Grim Fandango. I think Grim Fandango
Comparing
is.
penises now, are we?
I think
I
Grim
have 500
Fandango.
games that I didn't play on Steam. How about you?
Actually, I have a done category. It's pretty big of games I I didn't play all the games in the category. I've looked at all these games though, so I want to look at all my Steam games eventually and just determine to play them all the way through or just I don't want to play them, and I'm doing that faster than I'm acquiring games.
I still don't understand why we can't organize our Steam or filter it through genres or something, like the Steam genres.
The tags.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not
nice.
the thing, right?
Nope.
You.
Not that I know of.
Oh yeah, the Telltale Batman game's coming out next year as well. Forgot about
Oh
that.
yeah, I don't know what to think about
A
that.
bunch of QTEs.
Neither do I.
But
Maybe it'll be cool.
if they do a lot of the detective stuff.
So I
that would be
actually
cool.
think it'd be really cool if you weren't Batman. If you're like some detective who has to mop up after Batman, who's like following him around.
Commissioner Gordon.
But no, like somebody who doesn't like maybe this is like Batman
new
Year
character?
One type stuff. Nobody knows who Batman is yet, and so you just have to investigate all these crime scenes that Batman's like it's his fault that he like beat up these guys, and so he's like, what happened here?
But yeah, I think that Grim Fandango would be a really good one to do.
Okay.
It is a truly, truly good game. Yeah, I think that. We're doing it. I've decided we're doing it.
Okay.
It's
We'll
done.
make it so.
This is done. When you want to do it is entirely up to you.
Sure.
I'll let you. Well, I can play it as well. So whoever's turn it is, will just that guy will play it. Essentially.
Okay, you have it as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I pre-ordered it.
Oh, nice.
I think if there was a pre-order, I can remember at least buying it on day one. I was like, I am buying that fucking game because that was one of my favorite memories of my childhood playing Grim Fandango. It was great. So whoever's turn it is to play the game, we'll just let him play it. So we've got Minecraft to do.
Dominic Pamplemousse.
That's a good shot actually.
I think it'll be pretty short too, probably.
That's probably a good game. But apart from that, I don't think we have anything lined up.
No, I mean I have stuff, but nothing queued.
Other LucasArts games we could play are like Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis.
That could be fun.
What else? You've got stuff like The Dig, which is pretty cool. Day of the Tentacle, obviously.
Oh yes,
actually.
Yeah.
Or Maniac Mansion.
That name sounds familiar.
Maniac Mansion is another one of the epitome of the.
We could divert from the genre. I've been meaning to play Alan Wake, but I'm too much of a scared baby to play it by myself.
I think it's not necessarily just I think any game that has that kind of aspect is good. So Alan Wake would be pretty good. Maniac Mansion, when did it come out? 1987.
Oh jeez,
Jeez.
it's older than me.
Oh fucking! It was good though, man. Oh, there's this one game that I played it as a kid, and I can't remember whether it was good or not. Like I can remember enjoying it, but I was a child. It was a game called Feeble Files. I don't know what you won't know it. I doubt you'll know it.
No, yeah, it doesn't ring a bell at all.
It's it was an old point and click, and I can remember it having some really cool aspects to it. But like when you go online, there's almost no files on it. It's just like a bit weird. So I don't think it was a very well known game. It's on Scum VM though.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a pretty good game. But yeah, with our playthrough stuff, we've got tons of shit that we can do. There's always one game that will come out of the woodwork.
Yes. We're not starving here.
We are certainly not.
It's more of a death of too many choices.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, coming back. I like
He's coming
Jordan's.
Oh no.
Woohoo!
Oh no.
Oh no. 5 points.
I just realigned everything. Fuck. Fuck you, Jordan. Maybe you should just end it here.
We can't. It's up to you.
I should just let you drag it around better.
Yeah. So yeah, real quick, I'm super excited for Hyrule Warriors coming out next year. Dragon Warriors 7, that's definitely a must buy. These two games are probably the games that I will buy day one on my 3DS. Other than that, is No Man's Sky coming out next year?
I think so.
Or is it 2017? I'm not too sure.
I don't know for sure.
For any of the PC AAA indie stuff, I'm not too sure when they're coming out. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at Hyrule Warriors and Dragon Warriors 7. So yeah. Do you guys want to end it without him? For our last episode here.
Oh, if he's coming back, I want him to come back to say bye at least.
Okay, I'll redo
look at my wish
it.
list, my Steam wish list. I'm looking at games that haven't come out yet. There's one called the Astroneer. Why do I have it on here?
I restarted on my computer yesterday because everything was getting a bit hectic with all the stuff that I'd opened. I've literally opened up my computer today, and my Chrome already has like 23 tabs on it.
23 what?
Tabs.
Oh, wow.
How? I
Super
don't
cookies, man.
like six. I think 12 of them are YouTube videos.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of content.
Yes. Because it's one of them things where I look at it and I go, oh, I'll watch that later, and I keep it open because in case I want to watch it. I never quite get around to watching.
Use your watch later list. I actually had a really annoying problem. Whereas in my watch later list, trying to pick something to watch, and I didn't click on the title. I just clicked on the little like thumbnail to watch it. But I clicked in the corner. Apparently, YouTube lets you add things from your watch later list to your watch later list.
Really?
Yeah, they don't disable
Why?
that feature because it's just like a template thing. They didn't.
Oh,
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah.
Where's your video?
The meteor didn't hit you yet.
Right there.
Bam. Ruin the alignment. Did you predict it right, Char? Did you fix it? Did you
Yep. I
Yomi'd
did it right.
up? Awesome.
Right, Jordan, I think we're done, pal. Unless,
All right, see you guys later.
Pretty much.
We need what you're looking forward to in 2016.
Yep.
Fuck, what am I looking for? Okay,
In 2016, I'm looking forward to 2017. Bah.
what am I looking for in 2016? I don't even know. I don't know what's coming out. I just want the Nintendo NX to have a reveal. That's all I want. I want that to be shown. And no bullshit.
Wait, ain't
That's
the
all I
new
really
Zelda
want.
coming out next year?
Supposedly. But
Ooh.
I don't know. They said it's supposed to, but I don't think it's going to come out until the NX has been revealed, because I think the new Zelda game is coming out for both NX and the Wii U. And I'm
So
not
you-
talking
you're
about
thinking
the Twilight
2017?
Princess. Yeah, I honestly think in 2017 is when the new Zelda game, not that remake of Twilight Princess, is coming out. But besides that, I mean, nothing really exciting. I mean, Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3. I pre-ordered those, so I must be obviously excited.
When is
But
Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out?
next year, that's all I know.
Do we know that though? Are
Well,
we sure
yeah.
though?
They say next year, but let's just.
They
let's just
said they
hope.
said next year, 19 years ago.
I know, but let's just hope. I mean, Final Fantasy 15 has to be done. Like it looks like it's pretty much done. They're probably just doing a localization part of it as we speak, but I'm not sure what's going on with Kingdom Hearts 3.
So it's coming out for the Xbox One.
Yeah,
Mm.
both of them.
They're gonna make a fuck ton of money with that.
Yep. I mean, Square seems to be doing the multi-console plus PC thing, which is really good because
And
I
if
like
you
when they do that.
see the reviews for Final Fantasy 13, 13.2, and 13.3, which are considered the weakest Final Fantasies to ever come out, they're very positive reviews on Steam because PC players are fucking hungry for.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool how they're releasing their games on there now. Like, it should have been like that a long time ago. But PC gaming now seems to be more of the norm than it used to be, so I'm glad.
I have a game I forgot to mention. It's called Crowfall, and it's an MMO, which it's a fantasy MMO, but it's trying to be like Eve Online in the sense that it's a pseudo permanent world. Basically, every 3 months, the universe is going to reset, but for those 3 months, you run it like a normal thing. Like there's PvP, there's economics as you're building and collecting, and so your character levels up, and that stays across the 3 months. That one doesn't part doesn't reset. Just the physical world itself will reset as like, and the battle lines get redrawn back to neutral and that kind of thing. So I'm curious to see if it can pull it off, but I really like the concept. So
That's kind of cool.
yeah,
Keeps things a little bit fresh. That's
exactly.
for sure.
I like that in Guild Wars. Do you know the whole line system, like between factions and stuff? That's something Guild Wars 1 did well. There was PvP in the first expansion. No, yeah, the first expansion factions. All the
I didn't play
PvP.
the expansions.
Well, basically, in the map, you had like a red line and a blue line down the middle.
Okay.
And depending on which side wins, Kurzik or... I'm surprised I remember Kurzik, to be honest with you. Kurzik and the other one. It shifts the line onto so you own more territory and stuff.
And what benefits do you get?
I can't remember this directly, but I can remember them having benefits.
Sure. Guild Wars 1, they're one of my favorite things I've ever seen in any MMO, and that was essentially giving like your action spells as loot. Like you could buy a thing called like a Rune of Learning, or I can't remember what it was called, but it took up a spot on your action bar and it did nothing until you killed a boss. And if it was your first time killing that boss, you could use the rune and you'd learn a class-specific spell.
That's cool.
It's called a Signet of Capture.
Yep, thank you.
A Signet of Capture, if you assign it, and then basically bosses in the world carry things called elite skills.
Yes.
And you can only get them from killing bosses while having
A specific boss has a specific skill.
Yeah. So if you need a ranger spell, you have to go to a specific boss and kill, which was pretty cool.
I really, really liked it.
Yeah.
It's just next year, huh?
I liked how you could enchant all of your armor and stuff as well. Like you had different runes and stuff that did different things. It did a lot of I loved Guild Wars 1. It was one of my favorite games.
Yeah, I really liked it. The cross-classing is a little unbalanced, but I liked having like an 8-spell action bar as opposed to WoW, because it kind of felt like you had like a build and you were doing that. Like I want to rotation. Your thing, yeah.
Like I used to be a monk mesmer, and in Eye of the North, the last expansion for Guild Wars, the way I made my money is by soloing a boss for people. So a boss that would normally take a full party of 8.
Yeah.
I could do by myself. So they'd all sit at the entrance. I'd kill the boss, and then they'd pay me like 2 plat a piece to just speed run the boss for them.
I was a ranger mesmer, so I got some money running people sometimes.
Cathedral of Flames I ran as well. That was a big one.
I don't remember.
I used to charge like 10 plat for that because it'd take me like 45 minutes to do.
I stopped before any of the expansions came out.
Right. I love it. The Prophecy was great. That was a great game, the original Guild Wars 1.
Yeah.
Good.
It's my first MMO, so I have a thick nostalgia glasses for it too.
My favorite game out of all of them was Nightfall, the second expansion. It was incredible. It was really good. Added a new story aspect to the game. But yeah, loved Guild Wars. It's a shame the second one sucked as much as it did.
People are a little overly harsh on it. It's a very different game, though.
It doesn't feel like Guild Wars. That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah, that's certainly true.
A couple of things I'm excited for that I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
I bought tickets to Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh shit!
Once this episode goes up, I would have watched it already. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
I don't know when I'm gonna watch it yet.
I'm gonna watch it next Sunday, my time.
Okay. I'm not gonna see it opening weekend, but I want to see it the week after.
I'll see when I'm on vacation.
I'm obviously gonna go and see it.
I'm actually looking forward to more of the Tarantino movie, The Hateful Eight. I'm looking forward to that more.
I'm a bit afraid.
Man.
I'm a bit afraid to watch Star Wars actually.
Exactly.
I just know somehow it's gonna disappoint me. Somehow,
Yeah.
some way.
I've been burned before. I remember the past, unlike most everybody else. Sorry,
So,
J.J.
yeah.
Abrams is good.
I'm also super
Hate
excited
Blaze.
for Miracle of Sound's latest album. So Miracle of Sound is a YouTuber. He creates original music, original songs that are influenced by games or TV shows or movies kind of stuff. But it's original music. So he's really, really good. And he releases a compilation album of all the music he's made that year. So it's like $10 per album for like 20 over songs. So it's pretty good deal.
Nice, yeah.
And he's really good. So yeah, Miracle of Sound. He's actually part of the podcast with Jim Sterling and Laura Kay on the Pod Position.
Weird and awesome.
Super nice voice, the guy. He's Irish. Like
Oh,
Irish. Like
Irish.
part of Ireland Irish. Not part of UK Irish.
Oh, you mean Republic of Ireland?
Yeah. He's Irish. So he really sounds like an Irish guy. You don't sound like
So
Irish,
do-
right? You're not.
I'm English.
Yeah,
I have
English.
I have family on the I have family who are Irish, but I lived in England my entire life.
Yeah. There is still a part of Ireland that's in the UK, right?
Yeah, but they sound Irish. You realise?
They sound Irish.
Yes,
Why
very
don't you
much
sound
so.
Irish?
Because that's
I've
not
lived
where
in
he
England-
lives.
I've lived in England my entire life. How would I
So he
pick up
doesn't
the
have
But you're
it.
accent?
100% Irish, right?
The mainland.
No, I'm 50% Irish.
Yeah.
How would I pick up the accent if I've never lived with Irish people?
Did you at least learn the language? Not really.
They
Like
use
Gaelic?
Gaelic's a dead language. No one really speaks Gaelic. But no, I have no need to. Again, I've lived in England. No, I had no way to pick up the accent because I've only lived with my dad, who now has an English accent because he's lived in England for 20 years. So
So yeah, that's all I'm excited for. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, I'm equally excited and afraid of.
Oh, I guess I can't deny it. I'm a little excited for the World of Warcraft movie. Even though I don't play it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't. I literally can't wait. Literally.
I know.
Why do people call it a World of Warcraft movie? Isn't
That's
just
what
a
it
Warcraft
is.
movie?
It is called Warcraft, but
It's basically.
most people that will see it have played World of Warcraft.
I mean, it has all the big names like Orgrim, Doomhammer,
And this is why Blizzard's not gonna make another Warcraft game anymore. Nobody gives a
No.
shit.
They all leave-
Some people want Warcraft 4.
Oh, Warcraft. Oh,
You know
No,
the game that
the-
started it, the RTS.
yeah. They won't make another Warcraft game.
No.
RTS is a dying
Yeah.
breed. There'd be no point. But yeah, the Warcraft movie looks sick. Orgrim, Doomhammer, Duratar, they all
Yeah.
look fucking amazing. Oh, I can't wait. And as per usual, the Alliance look like a bunch of pussies.
Well,
Didn't show
What?
steam tanks. I'm waiting for the steam tanks.
yeah, they're all humans right now.
I'm a
Oh, no one cares about
human.
humans.
I'm a
Humans
human.
and high elves.
Humans are stupid.
Seriously, who plays World of Warcraft to play a human?
I know.
I don't
I'll
know.
go to
the
a fantasy game and
point?
make a human.
Just for the women, I guess. I don't know. I mean, being stereotypical.
Why? All of the women in World of Warcraft look like,
Pick a night elf woman.
but all of the females in World of Warcraft look like human females with different colored skin.
Yeah, that's one terrible thing about WildStar is how hourglassy all the females of every race are.
Isn't that how women are in real life? No.
Right.
You mean
Fair
games have been putting in this
know
untrue
how
depiction
Tauren
of
females
females?
look. Or troll
wow.
females.
Oh.
Not untrue. Just
SJW around here.
Not untrue. I would like to say not untrue, just very uncommon. Just incredibly uncommon, but not untrue. I mean, the amount of the women that are stereotyped like that is staggering. But
Everybody's
Yeah.
stereotyped. It's not just the women.
Have you guys heard of a musical called Avenue Q?
yes, the internet is for porn.
Yes.
Oh,
But I was
yeah.
gonna go, everyone's a little bit racist.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit racist.
Oh, Yeah, I think you brought this up before. I watched the
Possibly. It's pretty
one
good.
of the songs. Can't remember which
My
one.
favorite one's Schadenfreude.
I don't remember that one.
Schadenfreude. Well, do you know what Schadenfreude is?
I have looked it up every time I've heard it, so I do. It's in my brain somewhere, but tell me.
It's the German word for the happiness at the misfortune of others.
Right. Thank you.
So it's a whole song about like, a lady comes to get the elevator, but then you close the door.
Right.
Like Schadenfreude. It's great. I love Avenue Q. It's like the dirty Sesame Street, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, loved it. Oh, so good. I think, yeah, I'm done. If you
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done.
nothing else, yeah.
We're done.
So yeah,
Happy 2015.
Yes.
and welcome 2016. You've been listening to the Play on Ultra podcast for 6 fucking months. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? So this is episode 30, retrospective of 2015, and we'll be back next year.
I'll be back.
So yeah, thank you very much for listening and supporting us this year, or half of the year, and continue to support us next year, so that we can tell you to build websites with Squarespace and listen to audiobooks with what's that called? Audible.
Audible.
Audible.com.
I actually use Audible.
Yeah, fucking give us our money, bitches.
That's
So
the
yeah,
spirit.
thank you very much for watching and listening. See you in 2016. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.